mobile manufacturing companies are launching a better version of their mobiles. And it's so wonderful to see a better product or a better services from an organization. The same thing can happen to our lives. We can also launch a higher version of ourselves, a better version of ourselves from time to time. An evolved self, a better decision maker, much more peaceful compared to our past, much more wiser compared to our past. Yes, it is possible to put ourselves on a track of continuous self-improvement. How do we build ourselves to the next level? How do we launch a better version of ourselves? There are many approaches, there are many tools, and a very simple and a very effective tool is Wheel of Change. Yes, Wheel of Change, a simple approach for continuous self-improvement. There are 4 boxes in Dr. Marshall's Wheel of Change model. Let's talk about the first box, eliminate. So what do we need to eliminate? Anything that is not useful, anything that is toxic needs to be eliminated, needs to go. So it would be wonderful to take a piece of paper and write down everything that needs to go from your life. And where do we start? We start right here. This is the first place to clean up our own mind. There are many thought patterns that are quite unhelpful, that demotivates us. No, thoughts that leads to anxiety, thoughts that leads to stress, thoughts that creates doubt about our own potential. Now reflect on your mind. What are those thoughts that are stopping you from being at your best? What are those thoughts that is a barrier for you to achieve your full potential? Write down those thought patterns. And some of those thought patterns are quite self-destructive. It needs to go. And as you start eliminating those thoughts and those thought patterns, you'll feel a sense of lightness. No, helpful thoughts, creative thoughts will take over. And your mind will be so beautiful. There will be fragrance in this garden of mind. Such a beautiful place. Look at your emotional patterns. Look at your behavioral patterns. Monday morning blues. What is the point in having Monday morning blues? It only stops you from giving your best. Nail biting. What is the point in biting your nails? Not a helpful behavior. Look at all those behavior that needs to go. Drinking one tea after another tea after another tea, not good for health. These are certain habits, thought patterns, behavioral patterns that can best be eliminated. Life will be wonderful if these things can go from our life. So write down everything that needs to go from your life, everything that is unhelpful, everything that is toxic, everything that is self-destructive. Make a list and eliminate those. And just by eliminating those, you will launch a better version of yourself. The second box in Dr. Marshall's Wheel of Change model is acceptance. See, there are a lot of things which are beyond our control. An earthquake could happen, flood could come, a tsunami could come. The government can change the policies overnight. International relationship can get strained. A lot of things can happen which is beyond our control. Imagine you are in an airport and because of weather, the flight is cancelled. One way to respond is to get disappointed, upset, frustrated. But getting frustrated is not going to lead us anywhere. It can only lead to powerlessness, a sense of helplessness. There's no point in getting frustrated about things which are beyond your control, which are beyond your circle of influence. You get stuck in a traffic jam and you get very frustrated. And just because you get frustrated, traffic is not going to get cleared. A lot of things in our life is beyond our reach, beyond our ability to influence. Helen Keller, when she was very young, because of a disease, she lost her ability to hear and to see. Everything around her was darkness and silence. But she accepted her fate. She was totally at peace with it. And she went on to influence and inspire millions of people. And even now, she's inspiring millions of people. Acceptance is not agreeing. Acceptance is to acknowledge the reality and to be at peace with it so that we can move on. A lot of stuff that we get disturbed and which is beyond our ability to control. Make a list of all those stuff. Make a list of things that are negative but not in your reach. And eliminate those. Eliminate that worry. Eliminate that negative feelings by acceptance. Acceptance will help you use your energy for something which is productive than using your energy to feel a sense of powerlessness. Just through acceptance, you will experience a sense of inner peace. You will channelize your energy into the right direction. And just through acceptance, you can launch a better version of yourself. How do we deal with negative aspects of our life? Either by eliminating them or by accepting them. So the first two boxes, eliminating and accepting, are about ways to deal with negative aspects of our life. The third and fourth box is to deal with the positive aspect of our life. So let's move on to the third box, preserving. By God's grace, your relationship is going very well. By God's grace, there's a lot of wealth that you have, a lot of money in the bank. Now you are at the top of your career. Your organization is the number one in the market. Now, there are a lot of good things that can happen in our life. And when good things happen in our life, when things are going well, there's a tendency to take things for granted. Kodak, BlackBerry, Nokia, some of the top companies, they took a decision to stay the same because things are going well. Why should we change? And so they perished. Just because by God's grace you have wonderful health does not mean that you can take things for granted. Because if you do nothing about it, health can go south. There's a lot of money in the bank, but if you are not careful, if you don't work to preserve that wealth, things can go south. When relationships are going well, we tend to take it for granted. And then we are surprised when relationship breaks apart. Anything that is good in life, take a piece of paper and write it down. And we need to continuously launch a higher version of ourselves just to maintain those goodness in life. And even to maintain that is achievement. A theater group is able to draw a house full crowd. And if they can maintain that year after year after year, That itself is an achievement. And how can they maintain it? By continuous innovation, by continuously launching a better version of themselves. One cannot take success for granted. If we want to continue to be successful, then we need to continuously change ourselves to a higher version and a higher version and a higher version. Otherwise, things can just go south. So make a list of everything that is going well in your life. Yes, health is going very well. Now, what can you do to ensure that it continues to go well? Your organization is the numero uno in the market. Excellent. Now, what can you do to maintain that, to preserve that? Preserving something that is good in life also needs a lot of hard work. Also needs a lot of sincere effort. So make a list of everything that is going well in life that you just want to preserve. And then write down how you plan to preserve it. The third box is about preserving. Because there are certain things we are very happy and we just want to maintain it the way it is. Of course, there are certain things that we want to go even beyond. Yes, we are successful. Yes, we are skilled. Yes, we are talented. But there's a hunger to go beyond our comfort zone. No, to explore certain capabilities that we have yet to explore. It's like a writer who enjoys writing. And then this realization happens that, wow, my capabilities has gone up. I'm a higher version of myself. So when we expand our capabilities, when we acquire a new talent, when we create something totally new, we are tapping into our highest potential, the one that can give us maximum sense of fulfillment. Oh my God, I'm able to do this. I never knew I'm so talented. Yes, that's a great feeling to have. And we should aim for it. Take a piece of paper and write down everything that somewhere in your mind, somewhere in your heart you wanted to do, but you have never yet done something. Now make a list of that. It may be outside your comfort zone, but then go after it. Make a list of everything that needs improvement. Excellence has no finishing line. The world's best neurosurgeon can still become a better neurosurgeon. The world's best guitarist can still become a better guitarist. Excellence has no finishing line. Go beyond what is possible. In fact, all of us, somewhere we draw some kind of a boundary for us that this is what is possible and this is not up to me to achieve. Not in my capacity. There is no such thing. There are no such boundary. It just exists inside our head. Anything is possible. And when we move in that direction to create something, to create a new you, that is what this box talks about, the creating, the most fulfilling aspect of our life. No matter what your age is, no matter what your educational qualification is, no matter how your past is, look forward into the future with this desire to create something. Create some products, create some art. It could be creating some services. It could be creating something for the society. Or it could be just creating yourself as something new, a better version of yourself. Look at all these 4 boxes. Eliminate certain things that you don't want. Accept things which are beyond your reach, beyond your capacity to control. Preserve what is good in your life. And move forward in life with this intent to create something new. And you have put yourself on a wonderful road, a path of happiness, a sense of achievement, a sense of fulfillment. a beautiful path to walk towards. Best wishes. Keep growing, keep inspiring, and keep evolving to your finest self.